Hello? How have you found me? I've missed you so much. But how are you here? You seem so tired, so fragile right now. I'm afraid it's my fault you're in this state. It's been so long since I've come to take you on a journey that you came to seek me out on your own. Isn't that right? I hear you call for me at night. The deepest part of you does, anyway, when you're asleep. I am so sorry, loved one. I just seem to be a little bit more fatigued these days. It seems I can't ever get enough rest. I know you can relate. Time moves differently here. How long have I been gone? 5 months? 6 months? I can't apologize enough. Why don't you lie down and rest? Together, we'll heal. The weather is changing, and so are we, old friend. Are you comfortable? Close your eyes and take a deep breath. The deepest breath you've taken all day, so that it fills you all the way up, deep down to your belly. Now, through your mouth, just let that big breath go, slowly, like this. In and out. Great. Now take the fingertips on one of your hands and lightly caress the opposite arm, up and down. Just feel your skin. It protects you every day, so give it some love. Now, dance your fingertips over to your face. You can use both hands now if you'd like. Learn to recognize yourself by touch. I know sometimes you hate your face, but it's such a good face. Trace it like the unique piece of art that it is. Now, lightly tickle down your neck to your chest, where you'll end off with some love to your other arm. We didn't forget about that one. Take a moment. Now, rest your arms wherever is comfortable, maybe at your sides, palms up, or gently resting on your belly. Now, point your toes away from you. Stretch those tired feet. Yes, like a dancer. Now, point them straight up and maybe even pull them back a little toward you for a nice pull on your calves. Maybe make some little circles with your feet to work out any kinks in your ankles. Let those relax. Let this be the start of a chain reaction of relaxation. Release the tension in your hips and thighs. You may even feel your tailbone pop as you relax your hips. Let your lower back take a break as it melts into the cushions. Roll your shoulders a bit to loosen them. Forward and up, as high as they'll go to your ears, then back, then down. Now release. Turn your head from side to side to let your neck know it's time for rest. Now, come back to the center and unclench your jaw. Maybe give that a little stretch to the left and right as well before you let it go. Your deep breathing should be coming a little easier now. Big, full, healthy breaths. Can you feel your belly rise and fall? Rise and fall. Rise and fall. Your body is at peace. You're safe. You're warm. And you're with me. Your eyelids are so heavy. Your jaw is so relaxed, it may even cause your lips to part, and that's perfectly fine. Your mind is now wandering past the worries of the day, past the anxieties of life, and deep into itself. We're going inward now. Can you see all of your troubles rushing by as we travel further and further into the deeper self, the part of you that is still at peace? Keep breathing and keep reaching back into yourself until you reach this deeper place. For me, it feels like a small, peaceful clearing in a forest. What does yours look like? Wow, that's beautiful. I can see it through you, and your space is perfect. You've chosen so well. This is a great place for us to begin our journey. Are you ready to come with me? Remember, I will be with you until I'm not, and I can't help you. I think that you're familiar with this place. Oh, I don't believe you've been here yet. But you'll soon see where we are. We are in a boat, traveling slowly on the murky black water, deep into a swamp. It's dark, but if you look back, you may be able to see an old plantation shrinking in the distance. Disgusting place that it is, that they all are. Anyway, it's gone now. Let's just enjoy the gentle rocking of this boat and the beautiful cacophony of the nocturnal creatures all around us. It smells like it may rain soon. Don't worry. You can sit at the back, under the bimini top. I noticed you have a flashlight. That was so smart of you to bring. Did you know that alligators' eyes reflect at night? Shine it over the water. You'll see. Don't worry. They don't mind us. As long as we're in the boat, we'll be fine. Well, you'll be fine. I'm not even really here, remember? I just exist here, in your head, in your dreams, in your ear, to guide you, to talk to you, to comfort you, but never to help you. Whether it's because I can't or won't is a complicated question, something to be discussed another time. Now, it's time for us to enjoy this beautiful swamp. You smell the mud and the trees and the water and the algae and the rain. Take a deep breath. Breathe it all in. Oh, here, we're approaching the old sugar mill. It's half submerged in the water, dying the long and painful death it deserves. When evil things die, it's not difficult to smile and to appreciate the beauty in their decay. Don't you, what was that? Do you mind doing me a favor and shining your flashlight over there once more? Yes, toward the shore, where the sugar mill sits. I could have sworn. There. Do you see him? Do you see the man? It looks like a middle-aged man with a cane. No, it's not a ghost. You can see it's just a man. It's strange. He's smiling at you. He must be happy that you're taking an appreciation for the local wildlife. Someone who works for the tour company, I bet. I'm sure that's what it is. Let's just keep going. Don't worry, I'm sure that was just a gator passing through, or a big log. Well, if it makes you feel better, you could lean over the side of the boat and shine your light into the water. Yeah, that probably would not be the best idea, especially if it was a gator. Whatever it was, seems to be gone now. This is so nice. Oh no. It seems we're stuck. It's all right. It happens. There's so many logs and branches under the water that sometimes they make a little bit of a boat trap. It's fine. It's fine. Check the deck under the seats. I'm sure there's something here you can use to get us unstuck. Oh, perfect. It looks like an old pool skimmer without the basket. Probably kept there for this exact purpose. I told you, it happens all the time. Now, just go to the front of the boat and poke around in the water. Use it to push away whatever detritus may be keeping us from moving forward. Great. I think you've almost got it. I've got a bad feeling about this area, so you'd better hurry. Remember, I can't help you if you get into danger. I can only try to get you away from it. You know, now that we're here, there's something I've I've really been wanting to tell you, but I've been too afraid. It's just... Did you feel that chill? Quick, your flashlight. There's something on the shore. Maybe it's that man. Maybe he'll help. Just drop the skimmer into the boat for now. No, not again. I know, it looks like a sweet little boy. His tiny feet sinking into the mud. He isn't wearing pajamas, and no, he isn't in danger. We are. We have to get away as fast as we can. The best idea is to get to land on the opposite side of the water as that child. Listen to me. When we get to shore, just run like you've never run before, as far and as fast as you can until you collapse out of sheer exhaustion. That's how far you need to go. And don't look back. But first, you have to get the boat unstuck. Oh no. The family is here now too. They're all more decayed than I remember. They're 18th and 19th century silk and wool deteriorating off their putrefying bodies. The family are the only ones who deserve this damn it purgatory that they're stuck in. They deserve worse than this. The others, we could save them, but not now, not today. Today, we have to get away. There are people in the trees now. You have to hurry. I don't remember these souls. Do you see them in the trees, lurching above us like leopards about to pounce on their prey? They look fresher, more modern, and they're dressed like they're on a tour. Of course. And the rest of the enslaved victims of the family are now surrounding the small boy. He's one of them. One of these poor souls. That's it. Hit it as hard as you can. Yeah. No. It isn't caught. Someone caught it. Drop it. Drop the skimmer. Drop it now. Oh God, it's too late. Don't you see? The algae-covered hands reaching over the sides of the boat. The smell of waterlogged and bloated corpses is filling the air. The family is descending into the water now, and so are their enslaved victims on the other side. The tourists are looking on from the trees, almost like they're learning what to do. And in the distance, one full skeleton, clad in rotting leather, stands and looks on from a rock up ahead. Standing next to him is the man with the cane, still smiling. It isn't their fault. This nightmare. This is an evil more ancient than man. This is something only the gods themselves could contend with. Sorry, my love. I have to go now. What an unfortunate reunion we've had. The corpses are getting closer, and there's nowhere to run. Can't you hear? Can't you feel? They're about to tip the boat. And once you're in that water, there's no coming